We built a solution to a problem that almost every runner has experienced. And this is the most anticipated launch we've ever done.
Yes, we've been building and keeping this for a secret for over a year long.
Not even our best friends know about it, and it's a big shift from what we're currently doing.
It's built for runners with the best team that we can put together around us. And today we're going to share with you what we've been building for over a year. But if you cannot wait to listen to the full podcast, then quickly go to runnershigh.music to learn what we've built.
Okay, Oscar, here we are. Today is the day. Runners High is live. So, first of all, how do you feel about it?
It's crazy. I don't know. I'm very euphoric. Also a little bit anxious, to be honest, to release everything that we've built on for a year. I mean, it's been such a crazy year, dedicating our full life towards this. And today is the day that we're actually launching it, So to be honest, I'm also a bit nervous about it.
Yeah.
What about you?
No, I think I feel the same. I'm very excited to understand how people are going to perceive our project. And also at the same time, I'm trying to be very sharp to anticipate on if things don't go as we planned, or to make sure we can solve every problem that will come along our journey.
It's a very big shift for maybe the people that know us from Lausanne Thomas, what we're going to do, but it also makes so much sense. And I'm very happy to be talking about it. So let's dive into it. So for the people that may not know us, my name is Oscar. I'm the CEO of Runners High, but I'm also the founder and co-founder together with Ralph of Lausanne Thomas, a fashion media platform. And with Lausanne Thomas, we've been building this from scratch 11 years ago, from our studies until now, where we document the craziest stories, go to all the runways in Paris, hold events, PR events, you name it. And we bring all of this knowledge into storytelling, community development, into what we're building with Runners High. What about you, Ralph?
Yeah, that's right. My name is Ralph. I'm the COO of Runners High, and I am very passionate about music. When I was younger, I played piano for 10 years. And when I stopped with my studies, then I started developing music as well. Of course, this was not as good as actual producers, but I'm taking also this experience and passion with me into this project. Yeah, Oscar, so tell me, what is Runners High?
Yeah, so with Runners High, we're building the first music app with music that gets you that Runners High feeling more often and faster.
So how does that work? Like, why wouldn't I use a streaming platform for that?
Let's go back to the beginning. So when I started with running 1.5 years ago, I was a beginner. So I started listening to music, started running, but I quickly found out that the music was just not made for me. The songs that I really liked were very short. So I kept on repeating the same song mid-run, and it also almost got me out of the flow and out of the rhythm. And apart from that, I found out that most music is just not made for the right rhythm, the right BPM. And before I even knew what cadence was, I found that songs were just too slow for the rhythm that I was running on. So it just didn't align with me. And yeah, that's actually how it all started, where I noticed, okay, the music is not really nice. The music that I found was actually just not made for running, it felt. And that was a moment when we started doing research and talking to other runners and seeing if they experienced the same thing, if they had issues with their music. And funny enough, a lot of runners had that same problem, that the music just didn't work for them.
Yeah, so I remember you coming to me and saying, hey, I found this problem. What do you think of it? Like, do you experience it as well? And I wasn't even a runner, so I was like, I don't know. Let me start running first, Let me start running first. So indeed, I started running, and of course, maybe I'm biased, but what I also experienced is that the songs ended too soon. I didn't even know how to run on my right cadence. You learned me like, okay, you have to run in this cadence type.
Yeah, funny, yeah.
So that's how it started, right? And then you sent me this first song, which was The Blacker the Berry from Kendrick Lamar, which has 170 BPM, but then halftime. So that means it was 85 BPM. Listening to that, and that's where I understood, like, okay, this is the pace that I should be running on. And that's, for me, where it started clicking. Okay, so if we want to build music for something like this, then the music should also most of the time connect. Like if you decide to run with your rhythm, or if you're struggling with getting the right focus or tempo while you're running, then music can be a great tool to get into this flow.
Yeah.
So yeah, tell me a bit about how we got here.
Yeah, it's crazy, like building Le Sentiment for 11 years from scratch. We had to do everything ourselves, in an industry where back then social media wasn't really appreciated. So we really had to do our own thing, and that learned us a lot about entrepreneurship, but I also think about having a startup mentality. But how we got here is through experience. This is not something that is made due to just two brothers having an idea of making running music. No, it's something that comes together from 11 years of working in fashion, knowing what community building is about, knowing how to do storytelling, knowing how to craft music, and knowing a lot of stuff about the running industry. And it all came together with my passion for running, your passion for music, and building a product that has exceptionally well-developed music for
Thanks.
runners, and it actually works. People actually enjoy their runs more. They enjoy the music. They can keep their cadence at the right time, even though when the run is getting tougher and harder, they're still able to match the cadence, which is very, very cool. So we got there actually through making one song and testing it with different runners.
Yeah, I think the hardest moment for me when I started running is after like 3 kilometers, the moment where you actually, when your body is actually used to the run, but mentally you weaken a bit and you're like, ah, shit, why do I still have to go on with this? And this is the moment where you really need that little, that push. This is the moment where music can really, music helped me really to go on and to go further. So that was like a major thing for me, to experience that music can be a driver, especially when running alone, because I wasn't connecting to any run clubs or anything. I was just starting running,
Yeah.
So music has been a real companion for me while running, specifically electronic music. So house, techno, drum and bass, because that really kept me in that flow. And so this is also something that we took with us into the application, that to start this application, that we would have 3 genres. So house, techno, and drum and bass. Drum and bass specifically for the cadence music, to make sure you can keep that rhythm, and you can also pace yourself to that rhythm of the beat.
Yeah, so why drum and bass specifically for cadence-based music?
So drum and bass music is typically set in terms of speed around 170, 180 BPM, sometimes less, sometimes more. And this is like the perfect rhythm to also, the perfect rhythm. This is a perfect genre to match to the rhythm of your cadence. So the amount of steps that you take per minute perfectly comes into that area of drum and bass. So that's why we started looking into drum and bass. However, drum and bass might have this, affection of, oh, this might be very mosh pit kind of, like I'm not sure if this music is for me. So for us, it was really important that we looked into this genre and into the sub-genres of drum and bass, to still give a melodic experience for everyone, so everyone can enjoy their runs. And for the music, what was also more important is that you can not only match your cadence, but you can also get more into a flow state with the music. So that's why we actually started looking at, okay, why don't we make the songs longer than the songs on streaming platforms? So the first song that we made was 30 minutes, which was obviously way too long.
That was way too long, yeah.
Which was way too long, but it learned us to look at music in a different way. It's not like just entertainment. We really look at music to tell a story, sometimes even a personal story where you experience something in your past love, and you bring that and you go to these emotions of looking back with regret even, and then continuing and, experiencing new connections, going to that euphoric feeling of, you know, the moment where just time doesn't exist and you enjoy the moment. These kind of, yeah, like feelings that you experience just as a human being. That's what we try to incorporate into our music. And that's also why it has to be in house, because we're telling personal stories. It's not something we cannot tell somebody else's story if we don't use our own music and creativity.
Yeah, I think you explained the music and why we do something completely different in a very good way. Like, this is not something that is easy, you know?
No, not at
It's
all.
not easy, you
No.
know? Maybe it sounds like, oh, it's music, but this is very well crafted music. Like, we really looked at running patterns, runner behavior, the mind of a runner, and we crafted music around that. For me, what was the major difference and benefit of this is the multi-chapter part. The multi-chapter tracks that we have, they guide you literally from point A to point Z, and you experience all these different types of feelings, emotions, but it's still the same song. You know, it's not different energies, different BPMs, different soundscapes. It's one song with so many different layers, and each layer is unveiled the later the song gets. And I think what's really nice about that is when you're doing like this specific tempo run or when things get harder, this song is actually pushing you forward. It's actually moving with you. So I think it's very well done in the way that we've created it right now, and I cannot wait for people to experience it.
Oh, definitely. I mean, okay, with trial and error. And as you said, like, it feels almost like an album has been compressed into one song. And then there's like multiple chapters that you go through. So right now, music that we made is with a handful of close producers that work with us. And our vision basically to move forward with this project is that we want to include even more artists, and we want to collaborate with different artists over the world to get different visions as well on their perception of music, and incorporate that to give like a wide variety of music to the runners that are going to use our app. And this is not something we're only going to do online, because we will also bring this into an offline experience, which I think you can talk a lot about.
Yeah, so the whole idea of Runner's High is to make music for people and have people enjoy their runs more. And the way to activate this and to bring the music to the people is through connection, and having people connect and having the music connect with them. So what we're doing, we're bringing this energy of a silent disco. You know, a silent disco, you've been to multiple silent discos, and you know how crazy the energy is. Everyone is so excited. Oh, you're listening to this song. Oh, you're listening to this song. You find the connection through music. And this is one of the concepts that we're bringing to running. So we're doing silent disco runs in European cities with run clubs. So we're connecting through sound with run clubs and community. It's one of the, I think it's a very special way for us to bring our Runner's High experience to runners alone or together, and to collaborate with everyone around the world. I mean, in the end, music is something that is there to connect people. If it is through culture, if it is through sports, it's there for positivity. And this silent disco concept is something that will bring that. You know, you don't always have to listen to our music alone. You can listen with whoever and whenever and wherever, you know. So it's a very cool concept that we're going to activate in Europe, and preferably also in the world. And what I think is very cool about it is that you have these massive run clubs, or you have these massive communities. And if you're just new in a city, then you don't know those people. So it might be difficult to connect with them, even though you're running with them. So, you know, some people are more introverted, and it takes longer to connect with people. So when you have this silent disco run, you can enter alone and you can exit together. You know, you can find people that have the same songs on, you know, because like the headphones, you can change the color, and the color matches the genre. So you can find people in the run club in your run that are listening to the same vibe, so you can connect with them through that earlier.
Yeah, I think you're being way too humble on this. I think it's an insane concept that you've rolled out, the silent disco runs. I cannot wait for us to go around all these cities and to connect with the run clubs and do these experience in person ourselves, and basically connect the people to our music. Let them just listen. It's for free. You know, you can just join such a silent disco run. And yeah, I think it's going to be a crazy experience.
Yeah, I mean, it is crazy. I mean, we've tested it with a run club in Amsterdam, and the amount of responses that we got from people, it's wild, you know. It's definitely something that's going to make impact, and I cannot wait for it, you know. I love seeing people smile, you know, bringing people together, and it's something that we've done with Le Sentiment as well. We've hosted so many events where we invited the community, and this is like an extension of that. And yeah, I think it's going to be awesome. And, you know, we've built this with the best people around us. You know, we took all the people that, like, basically the best people in our network, from both fashion, but also in our personal network. We've brought them together to build this. So it's not just us that built this, it's just a full community that believes in the Runners High vision, and together with them, we've built this. And that is something that I'm very grateful. You know, like, two brothers have the vision, they have the idea of creating something, but it's ultimately the people around you that are able to make this vision come to life.
Yeah.
And yeah, also you with the producers, it's remarkable how you establish such a good relationship with them, and that you both, you know, you think in the same way, you work in the same way, and that's not a given, you know. So I think it's cool to pay respect to the people that we work with, you know.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we went all in on this, but we couldn't have, you know, launched this product without all those people around us. Guys, it's time to take your iPhone, go to the App Store, download it yourself, just experience it, and yeah, let us know what you think about it. Your input is very valuable to us to improve this experience, because this is just a start and we can only build it together with you, because we're not making it only for you, but we're making it together with you. So download the app and we'll see you guys on the runs.